Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 3. Last episode we got our solid oxide fuel generator up and running and trying to figure out the mechanics of it. Namely, what happens when this doesn't need power? Does it continue running and draining all of our fuel, like benzene and stuff? Because the combustion generators actually do. You can see like this combustion generator is like not even running. That one's barely running. That one's not running. So if we don't need the power, we don't burn the fuel, which is nice. But I'm not entirely sure how this works. Does it stop burning the fuel, but the efficiency stays at 100%? Because it does take a couple minutes to get up there. So when you first start burning the benzene, you're still burning like the full amount, but you're not producing a lot of power. So it's not something you're going to want to turn it on and off. So I do kind of have to figure out, I want to figure out how that works. We're going to have to get our oxygen sorted, and then we'll have to figure out the math on that. I'm thinking if we want to really go in on the solid oxide, we would probably switch this to lightly cracked, because then we get much more benzene from the that one. Yeah, so we're doing severely steam cracked. Are we doing, which one are we doing? I don't remember which one we're doing. We're doing lightly or severely, but one, you either get less. If you do lightly steamed, you get less of the byproducts, more of the light fuel. If you do severely, you get more benzene, less of the light fuel, and you get some more of the byproducts. So it really just depends which I want to do. More light fuel or more benzene. Depends kind of like what fuel source are we going to want to go for more. And we usually do the fuel. I'm like wondering if maybe we could go in on benzene instead. I would like to get the nitrobenzene. That could be really fun because that is a great source of power. The nitrobenzene. Very like fuel dense or energy dense compared to the cetane boosted diesel, which is, so the nitrobenzene is like 60% more. Yeah, but it just kind of depends how that works. But before I kind of figure that out, I realized as I was looking through NEI that we are actually closer to the Lapatronic capacitor, which is the big battery thing. We're actually closer than I realized. We have Lapatron crystals now. We do need the nano processors. Namely, we need this tier to get that. So we do actually need a better circuit assembler. So it would be that one. But everything else in here, like, we can craft up. We just need to upgrade that. So that, once we get this, it's going to change how I power the base. Yeah, those are just lapis. And I think that's the lowest one. Yeah, so we can craft all this stuff up. Oh, that's a lot of tantalum. Oh, we don't have tungsten, though. Alright. Tungsten steel is something we're going to have to sort out as well. Alright, so before we get... I do think... The only reason I'm thinking I want to do that is because it's going to change how I get power around the base. And then if I want to figure out all our oxygen and stuff like that, I'm probably going to put that in a separate platform, which I'm thinking we'll probably like over here maybe. Maybe like here. But then we'll just run the AE cable over. And I'm also thinking we're going to get rid of this line. And then just kind of doing what we're doing here, we'll just output more. But I'm almost thinking... Alright. I got some planning to do here. Also, where am I gonna place the Lapatronic capacitor? Probably in... Alright. Yeah, I got some I got some planning to do here. Okay, we are back. I've built out a new platform. And I have it kind of snaking a little bit so it's not so flat base, just boxy kind of thing like that. So I kind of have it curved around because I figured I can continue this that way if I want. And then maybe build like another one over here and maybe like another one over here or something like that. And eventually, once we really get our power going up and running, I'm basically getting rid of all these cables, including the AE, because we will just be transporting it all with wireless. And we won't have to worry about snaking all these cables. I don't want to be running these wireless connectors like 50 blocks because they're going to be using hundreds of EU per tick, and we're not quite there yet. But I am going to power this with AE. So we're just going to run our cables over here and then into the base. And I think... Oh, I also kind of built a little bit more on our main base as well. So it wasn't not quite so flat and boxy. So I've just been kind of copying what I did over here. I actually ended up liking that. Although I did realize I've made a bit of a mistake. I actually never noticed I did this. But these windows are up one higher. So it kind of didn't work with what I was doing, as you can see. In the same, so two sides the windows start a block lower. I didn't realize that. It seems so obvious now that I know, but like I never actually realized that. So I may actually fix this. So I may raise this up one and then raise that up. But yeah, I just left it for the time being, but slowly kind of working on it with this building and everything. So, all right. So this is going to be our passive crafting area. Things like oxygen, hydrogen, chlorine, stuff like this. I may do the plastics as well. We kind of did that in our second season, and I liked having that all in one area. Although I did think that platform got crazy big. Like, it would be like... it was absolutely huge. I thought it was a bit too big. So maybe we'll do plastics in a different area. I don't know. But things and flooring and stuff like that. So that's going to be this area. The only kind of minor problem at this point is that we are going to be starting with single block machines, crafting a lot of this stuff up. So advanced electrolyzers, because I can't craft up the multi-blocks yet. I I'm not like super far off it, to be honest. But we're not quite there yet. We still have some upgrading we're going to have to do. And we're going to need to get tungsten steel, obviously. And we haven't done that yet. So I may need to... I don't feel like fighting the end dragon today. I mean, we don't necessarily have to fight it. I could just fly to the end and... Oh, of course I'm going to have to, because I have no way to get back. Yeah, I don't feel like doing and maybe in the next episode or two we'll have to fight the end dragon. I just don't feel like doing that right now. Wait, did we fight the end dragon? Why did I fly all the way over here? No, I know what I'm thinking. I'm getting this confused with our other world. Divine Journey 2. The stronghold was over this direction. We haven't done the end dragon in this mod pack yet. Of course not, because we don't have... I would have upgraded our armor. Okay, enough talking. Let me set up our cables. Let me get this hooked up, the base over there, so I can start... yeah. Okay, first thing I'm going to actually do here is craft up a couple new controllers so I can expand the thing. Also, I can go ahead and clear out all these because I no longer craft up circuits manually. So we've actually gone through most of this stuff. That is the platinum line will eventually get fully automated. Alright, apparently holding two controllers was part of a quest. Let's move this over. So what I'm going to do is bring this down. Unfortunately, that kind of screws up our P2P here. I'm going to have to move this over. Also, that is probably going to have to get moved. Actually, it doesn't need to be there at all. Oh, hello. Alright. So this goes... Where does this want to go again? Ah, right. That way. Do that. Rid of all that. This is... might break something. I am running some... I'm running my blast furnace. So that is one sort of issue with transporting everything by... transporting all our power by AE. If it drops, like, the whole base kind of, like, falls apart. So we'll see if it works well. I know we're definitely burning more power than we need to at this point, but oh well. I guess we'll just do that, and then pretty sure we actually don't need a dense cable. I actually don't remember how many. No, we're not sending that many. All right, I need another one to hook that back up. I just use these cables because they are cheaper than the smart cables. I I hate when it does that, but all right, so there we go. I do need to connect this back. All right, there we go. All right, so there we go. That did that. Now that split off a bunch of our channels, so that's going to make this easier. Now I was also going to, oh, I need to throw down molecular assembler and our thing. I've kind of, yeah, unfortunately doing it this way kind of, like I can't hook up to this because that's on a subnet. So it has to be hooked up to the main thing. Why don't we just, we'll build off here. And then I will build off here. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. I don't think it matters whether you hook up the assembler or the interface to it. It goes, they connect through it. Okay, so there's that. Also, that kind of blocked my... Maybe I don't want that there. I was just thinking, I'm like, because if I have like cables coming in this way, it kind of blocks it. All right, I just needed to get that up and running and see. So the reason I did that is because I am trying to run some P2P, obviously over there, and I only have room for one channel down here. So I'm almost thinking I may just do a wireless. And then we'll just have it kind of close so it's not draining a whole bunch of power, and then eventually we will just move it farther away. Yeah, but I think I'm going to do that. So like 2 wireless, I guess. I never did make a recipe for that. I need to get wireless 8, not wireless, yeah, wireless AE controller or whatever. That actually goes in that. All right, Ender Eye. Hey, we actually have a lathe now. Nope. Right? Yeah. I think we can fully craft this up now. All right, we're making progress. For sure. I mean, look at all the stuff we've got. Okay, I know these aren't fully automated yet, but I just craft them up in large batches. Pretty much everything is, and like that's not fully... Okay, so there's quite a few things on here. I've just been crafting up a large batch and throwing it in there. So I think we're just going to do that, and then I will put it directly on the wireless, or I just... Or even just dump it over here. I know this seems kind of crazy, but... Yeah, so that... You can see that's... How many blocks? Like... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14... like 15 blocks, and it's doing... That's 68 AE per tick. I think the EU is half that, so 34 EU per tick. That is like 1/8 of a one of my generators. So I don't want to get too crazy with that until I get this all sorted. Yeah, so if this is outputting 256, using 34 just to transport that a little bit. And then obviously we're transporting power. So we're avoiding power there as well. So yeah, we have to be a little sensible here until I get that. But I was just thinking, I'm like, I'm going to use these. Eventually they're going to be way over there and then transporting to the base. And then by doing that, I didn't have to replace all these with dense cables. Because that feels like... oh. Yeah, just expensive at this point. So I needed to add 2 P2P over here. One for the power and then one for the actual channels. For... yeah, I think we'll do oxygen, probably. At least get oxygen up and running. Let's do that. So, yeah, P2P. I guess 4. Is that what we need? Yeah, I guess we need 4. Any of those engineering... Alright, I've been doing the quest to buy them, so we've slowly built up a little bit of a thing. Actually, those processors aren't fully... there's quite a few things I haven't got fully automated yet. Also, I keep looking at that, and I'm like, I need to get those. At least a 1 and 2 and a... yeah... 1, 2, and 24 are probably the most important ones. The 4 isn't as important, but those frames... we use a lot of those when we're doing casings. Alright, we are back. I've been kind of thinking about how I want to go about doing this. Also, we're going to need a ton of stainless steel, and I'm a bit short on chrome right now, so I'm processing a whole bunch of chromite for us. We can electrolyze it for all the chrome that we're going to need. Also, I probably should have just thrown all this in here. Might as well go for all of it. Alright, I'll just continue to do that. And I have gone ahead and crafted a couple more batteries, and I was thinking, I like the idea of using the P2P tunnels, but I do think as we continue going up the tiers, it's actually going to get worse and worse with the cable loss. So it's not too bad right now, but we definitely are losing, 5%. And the more power you're sending through, obviously, the more you're losing. So I don't know if we're like maybe up to like LUV it would work, but after that you're starting to lose, tens of thousands of EU per tick just sending them through. So I'm not sure. Didn't I just hold on? $137. What does it say unlinked? Oh, right. Because that's on a subnet. I don't have that hooked up to the main network. All right. Because I was thinking I'm going to output the input the power there, and then we could send one to here and fill this, and then we could also fill a battery over there. But that's not actually going to work. I don't know if I'd I don't want to send a power through and lose 5% to fill this, and then send it out of there into another P2P to send it another 5% over there. That would be kind of crazy. I'm just kind of realizing that right now, actually. All right. I'm going to rethink this really quick. All right. I've gone ahead and changed this. So instead of having this P2P as a subnet, I just hooked it up directly to the main network. I did replace a few of these with some dense cables, though, because we were full. I know this looks insane. But now we should have this connected. Yeah, now it's linked. So I'm just going to do this. That. And that also, does that fill? No, it doesn't fill up if there's no batteries in there. All right, so that's actually pulling directly from... I actually kind of like that. I do like using the P2P to transfer the GregTech power. I think that's actually like kind of fun. I just think with the loss, it might be giving myself way more... Like, we're going to have to produce so much more power if we really expand it. So, not sure how viable that is. And then I was also thinking if we ever get into lasers, that's going to be a nightmare for a base with all these different levels. So that's a whole nother puzzle we're going to have to figure out. I was thinking we're going to be upgrading these machines as well. So what I will probably do is instead of having this right there, we'll maybe like move it back to here and do the same thing. A few batteries maybe that is connected directly there. So because right now that goes through there to the thing and then out and then back through the P2P. So we're like double losing power there. And then I will do a transformer here. Okay, we are back, and I'm actually just testing something out. I'm kind of curious if our oven can do two different fluids. I have wood gas over there, and I have, well, I guess I could do wood vinegar. Set that one there. I'm curious if that's full. Will it fill up that wood gas if I put a second circuit in? No clue if this is actually going to work. Okay, so it does look like it did that. Question is what happens when it uses the wood vinegar. Alright. That's cool. Okay, we're back. I just set up something really quick, just more like to see if I liked how this worked. I think we're probably going to get our pyrolyze oven switched to charcoal byproducts and then distillation tower those, so we get the vinegar, wood tar, and wood gas, as opposed to just doing it this way with the wood vinegar and the wood gas. So we'll do charcoal byproducts and then pump that into a distillation tower. I don't have that set up yet, obviously, so I just crafted up a second one because I was just kind of curious if we could use this. I wanted to get this set up over here to our first machine. Oh my goodness, I just realized if it starts raining, this is going to blow up. That could have been like really bad. Yeah, I forgot about that part when creating a new platform. Also, in the overworld where it rains, it's something I have to worry about, where if in your avoid dimension, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so what I was thinking was getting some of the different byproducts. CO2, carbon monoxide, we get hydrogen from this, and methane. Methane can be broken down for lots and lots of hydrogen. So I was just kind of setting this up as one to get this platform or this building or whatever it will be set up and working. But I do think, yeah, like I said, I'm going to switch that over to charcoal byproducts. And I'm kind of curious if this will work. I might have to switch it to a P2P, a fluid P2P. I was kind of curious if this would. I'm totally don't. I auto output or fluid output. I was kind of hoping that would go there, but I think I would. Yeah, I'm trying to remember how I usually do this. Actually, yeah, we'll just switch this to fluid P2P. Oh, I just realized this is offline. Oh, I never hooked it up. That's right, because I ran out of the cables. Also, I did switch over our severely steam cracked to lightly steam cracked heavy fuel. I was hoping we could auto output from here to this storage. I have gone ahead. Yeah, I have switched this this is no longer a subnet. I just ended up hooking it up directly. I'm like, this doesn't need to be a subnet. I'm not like saving any channels or anything like that by doing subnet. Yeah, we could do. Okay, I'm just gonna switch these to P2P. I was making it more complicated than it needed to be. There we go. So, yeah, that will put the CO2 in the electrolyzer, and then we're gonna get our oxygen from it. I don't think I don't think we're gonna keep it that way, but I figure once we start getting the multi-blocks up, we'll be getting high oxygen much easier. There are other ways to do it. Sugar is a good one. If you want to go that route, you can farm sugar, and then you get from every 32 sugar, you do get 25 things of oxygen. So that is another good source. I just figured, we'll do something a little different. But yeah, we're definitely not producing enough CO2 gas for this to be 100% viable or anything like that. But I also did craft up a super chest. Oops. Actually, we'll do that. And we can output our carbon into a super chest, and you can also void when you get 4 million or something like that, I think. Yeah. So this can store a whole bunch of carbon. I don't know if we're going to go like crazy into super chests. We'll see. Because I ended up breaking them all down in our second season. and switching over. So I don't know if we're going to do like a whole array of super chests again. I didn't love that. But anyway, we got our new platform set up to do things like this. Nitric acid's another good one to get over here, and sulfuric acid, and like I said, all our plastics maybe over here. I just like having all that kind of stuff, all our chemistry stuff in one area, I think is convenient. I mean, we are up to 32 buckets of oxygen. So I think I'll probably do the super tank. I'll move that super tank over here. But I just don't think this is going to be like sustaining the base quite yet. Especially with this burning oxygen. So we're going to have to speed that up. Like I said, probably charcoal byproducts, because you actually get a lot more than splitting these up like this. I think you get 4 buckets of, if I remember correctly, you get 4 buckets. Yeah, you get 4 buckets of charcoal products, and then you can feed that into distillation tower for these. And I think we need that. I mean, even that breaks down into... Is that the only use that you have for that? Dimethylbenzene? Is that the only use? Just breaking it down into hydrogen? So maybe we'll get all our oxygen and hydrogen from our pyrolyze oven. I think that's different than what I usually do. I usually do water. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today, so thanks for watching, and have a good one.